Hello everyone, welcome back to Diablo 3. The Season 3 end date has been announced. I believe it was August 23rd, which means that we're running really low on time for our Barbarian, unfortunately. There is a unique portrait that you can get if you obtain Paragon level 400 this season. So I think that's going to be my new goal for the time being. You guys gave me a lot of really good tips and recommendations. Holy shit, this density. For what I should be doing with the gear on my Barbarian and ways I can improve my particular build for, for greater rift progression. Which is exactly the kind of feedback I want, by the way. Thank you so much for that. I really do believe that... with Heroes of the Storm, I've been playing it for a really long time, and I can quite easily give most people tips that will improve their game. Other than Punisher JJE, because he's perfect at everything. But Diablo is one of those games where I don't know everything about it, and I'm okay not knowing everything about it. And I like to learn along with you guys and share what I learn with you guys. So that's basically what these seasons are all about. But I think the new goal for me right now, because I'm having some trouble getting the Bukathos weapons and also the Wrath of the Waste pants I can't seem to find either. I've been spending a very large amount of blood shards trying to get both of those things, and they just don't want to drop for me. By the way, this is a level 31 Greater Rift. This is basically the difficulty I can speed farm at, and it's super easy. Completely low stress, and I still have a decent chance of upgrading my gems at the end of it, one of them anyway, and still have a decent chance of like getting I still will obtain a decent amount of XP, which again is what my focus is right now. We definitely want to be getting Paragon 400 before the end of the season. I'm only 23 Paragon levels off from it, so it shouldn't be that hard to do. And I have, as of right now, I think about 13 days in order to make that happen. So that should be totally fine. Next season is shaping up to be pretty damn cool. We are getting... I'm so upset with myself, I don't remember the name of it, but the Herodric Cube. This variation is named after one of the Blizzard developers that actually passed away. They named it after him. I think it's called the Kirk Cube, perhaps? I feel bad not knowing what it is now. On July 27th, I actually got a chance to tour the Blizzard headquarters, and they were telling us a bit about it. But that is going to add so much more depth to character progression and character customization, and just playtime. I mean, it's definitely going to be a way to motivate me to want to devote more time to this game, and I'm excited about that. I think next season I'm going to go back to Monk. Monk has historically been my favorite class in Diablo 3. And I know that next season they are coming out with some pretty damn cool, new set pieces for the Monk. So, Seven-Sided Strike is going to be able to apply Exploding Palm to everything, and that just looks awesome. And if I get my Monk up to an acceptable level, let's say my goal is to hit Greater Rift 45 or 50, it's kind of hard to gauge where we're going to be able to land next season with that cube being added. Basically, if you don't know, the main function of that, and the main way it's going to progress your character, is when you find an item, you can basically put it in the cube, and then apply that item's buff to your character. So, for instance, if we find a furnace, all of a sudden our character can passively deal, that 45% increased damage to elites without having to actually use a furnace. So you could use a weapon that maybe meshes well with your set that you're currently using. So that opens up a lot of prospects. You could do that with rings, armor pieces, but only one, and then your weapon as well. And that has a lot of promise, and I'm really looking forward to that. Also, they're adding in some new new Barbarian themed areas into Diablo. I think this is where we're going to get the cube at. I don't know if that'll also affect the the rifts or not, but it sounds like it's going to be pretty dope. I think I'm going to get this one up to 35. I think we're going to stop right here. Sounds good. I actually got a greater rift 36 out of that, so this is going to tie my record for highest progressed content that I've done. We are using the Convention of the Elements now instead of the Skull Grasp, and I think it's pretty obvious that it's dealing significantly more damage. I have no interest in fighting arcane stuff. I'm just going to spin this way. So that was a good tip that you guys gave me. Like I said, I've never actually gotten a Barbarian to the level cap, so I wasn't sure about some of the intricacies that went along with that, but it's definitely a gigantic boost in damage. Someone also pointed out that I had too many points spent in my movement speed and my paragon stuff, and you were absolutely right, I did. Just an oversight. I knew that the cap was 25%. Just when I was redoing my paragon points, I was just like, let's put everything movement speed, go fast. Everything else seems to be going pretty well as far as my paragon stuff. We're doing crit hit, crit damage. My resource cost reduction is capped. And then I'm also doing like area of effect damage just to make our AoE clear even better. I think life on hit would probably be better for killing these bosses, because I do have a really hard time with those bosses. And I guess I can also just kind of change that whenever I want to. Paragons aren't limited to the restriction that you can't swap them out in greater rifts, or at least they didn't used to be. And this is a pretty good amount of XP. I mean, if I'm just doing like tier 6 rifts, it takes quite some time. I mean, we're talking 3, maybe 4 rifts of just doing the up to the boss in order to get a significant amount of XP. If you want to clear the entire rift, it's kind of a gamble. You never really know what you're going to get. Power pylon. I hate power pylons. I should have saved this for the boss. Actually, on this difficulty, it's not that bad. Like I've been saying, Barbarian's kind of weird, at least with this build, without the Bukathos weapons, because you reach a point where you deal so much damage that you can't generate any fury, and then you kind of stop dealing damage. And the power pylon does kind of put my character at risk for that effect to happen, but it looks like it's going just fine. The Guardian has arrived. Alright, gonna do the best we can with this. I actually don't think I'm gonna run into much of an issue. As long as we can keep our Wrath of the Berserker up, we should be just fine. So basically, my little buddies here are generating Fury for me, and then I'm just spending Fury, whirlwinding, and sprinting. Had to use my potion there, taking a little bit too much damage. Well, shit. If I'm able to do 36 this easy now, maybe we actually can push for 42. And this is just because of a ring swap. That's significant. That's incredibly significant. Crap. Oh man, I'm like motivated again to do progress. Like when I heard the end of the season was coming, I was already on vacation, so I wasn't able to play. But shit, if I'm doing that, oh fuck! I saw a weapon drop. I thought it was gonna be the Bukathos set. Damn it! All right, let's upgrade our Teguk here. So I got another Immortal King's Axe, which isn't bad. It's not bad at all. Ah, fucking Teguk. Is there a way to see if it's ancient before you identify it? What we get? What we get? What we get? That is not bad. So I could take out the life on hit, but I probably want to keep that because I die too much. So I could take out the extra damage on my ancients, which I don't give a shit about their damage at all. And then I could use this thing. I got another one. I get these consumables like crazy. Everyone's telling me how rare they are. I'm like, what are you talking about? No, I think mine's still going to be better. I was thinking about taking out the damage from the Call of the Ancients and adding in just flat damage. But I think I'm better off just keeping the one I have now, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Well, anyway, I am going to get to Paragon 400 before the end of the season. That's the plan. I just wanted to update you all on that. That's why this video was even more casual than normal. But that being said, if I can clear 36 that easy, we are going to have to do some more progression stuff. So maybe we'll try to cap out at 40 before the end of the season. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you're looking forward to the next season. It's going to be starting by the end of the month, and I'm really excited about that. I always really enjoy the new seasons. Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm glad to be back home. You know, it's good to get away. It's good to go on vacations, and I was sad that my vacation ended. But it also feels really good to be sitting down and making content again. Feels really good. Thank you all for watching. I love your faces. I'll see you all next time.